Copy. Gatsby is a very powerful and developer-friendly framework for React. I'm going to show you guys how to get up and running with Gatsby, and this is going to be part 1 of an ongoing series on my channel. So if you're interested in this content, make sure that you hit that sub button and ring the bell so YouTube can notify you when I post new videos. Okay, so there's a few prerequisites that you're going to need before you can get Gatsby going, and that is to make sure Node is installed. And for Node, I recommend using NVM, which is a Node version manager. This basically allows you to very easily hop between versions of Node, and it's super handy if you have multiple projects on the go that you may be using different versions of Node in. For instructions on installing NVM, I will leave a link to the repo in the description. If you guys have any questions about that, don't hesitate to drop me a comment and I will try to help you out. Once you have Node installed, you're going to want to go ahead and install Git. If you don't already have it installed, head over to the Atlassian website and follow the instructions there for your operating system. Okay, so I'm going to cd into my sites directory. This is just where I keep all my web projects on my local machine. And I'm gonna make a tutorials directory here just for this example. I'm gonna cd into that. All right, so we have Node installed, we have Git installed. So the next thing we are going to do is we're going to install the Gatsby CLI tool. So to do that, we're just gonna do npm install, G for global, Gatsby CLI. And this is a command line tool that is going to allow you to use a bunch of really helpful commands. Okay, so once that is done, we're gonna head over to the Gatsby website and we're gonna grab a Gatsby starter, which is gonna serve as our starting point for building out our Gatsby website. So head over to gatsbyjs.org, click on docs, and then you're gonna go down here and click starter library. I am actually gonna go with the Hello World starter. This is a very bare bones simplified starter for Gatsby. We're gonna track that down. You're gonna click on the GitHub URL here, and then you're just gonna copy this URL, all right? So from here, head back over to your terminal, and we're gonna use a command called Gatsby new. So you're gonna type Gatsby new. The next option is gonna be the name of the directory. So I will do Hello World, and then just paste in that GitHub repo for that starter and run that. And what this is going to do, it's going to clone the Gatsby site into that directory that you just specified, and it's going to npm install and set everything up for you. So once this is done, the only thing that we have to do is cd into the directory, run a simple startup command, and then we can go ahead and start developing. All right, so now that that is done, you can see here that it actually tells you exactly what you have to do next. So we're going to cd into that Hello World directory, and then from there, we're going to go ahead and run Gatsby develop. So this shouldn't take, All right, so this shouldn't take too long to get up and running. All right, so as you can see, the Gatsby site is now up and running on localhost 8000. So if I head over to my browser, and I type in localhost 8000, we can see that we now have a website that is up and running for us. This is great. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna open up a new terminal. I'm just gonna cd back into that directory. And I'm going to open this up in my text editor. So we are officially up and running. So just to take a quick look around here, we have a src directory which has a pages directory, and within that is our main index page. So this is what is serving up the Hello World here. And I'm just going to show you guys how easy it is to get started with developing here. I'm going to create a components directory in src. I'm just going to make a really simple counter component for you guys. I'm sure we've all seen this example. We're going to import React from React. And since I'm going to be using state, I'm also going to pull in the use state hook from React 16. Okay, so export. I'm just going to make a really simple functional component here. Function counter. Okay. We're going to define our count state variable, and then we're also going to specify the set count method. Use state, we're going to give it an initial value of 0, and then we're going to return a div. Within there, we'll do h2. We will say the count is, so this will be the initial count state. Now, if I save this, something that's really cool with Gatsby is that it comes out of the box with live reloading for you. So if I Just gonna update this really quickly to pull in that component. Okay, throw in a line break here. Let's format this a little touch. Okay. And as you notice, I'm a semicolon guy. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but if you guys are anti-semicolon, let me know in the comments so I can know who you are. We're gonna import counter from components counter. And now I can just call that here. And as soon as I save, this is gonna update and we're gonna see the, oh, of course, this needs to be wrapped. My bad. Okay. Okay, so on save, it's gonna automatically reload for us and we can now see that component being called in here. So I'm just gonna go and finish that component really quickly. I'm gonna have two buttons. The first one is going to be the increment button and the second one will be a reset button. So my dog's going crazy. So we're gonna have a function here on click that is gonna return the setter, and that will take the existing count value and it's gonna add 1. So each time you click it, it's gonna take the existing value and it's gonna increment by 1. So the value of this will be click me. And then our reset function, it will be the same thing. It's gonna take a function that returns the setter, and we're just gonna set that to 0 here. So we'll call this clear. Okay, so now if I save, it's automatically gonna update for me, and I can now see our component in full working order. In this example here, say you are done what you want to do and you want to bundle this up and get it ready to go live. So what you're gonna do is head back over in the terminal, and then you're just gonna run Gatsby build. And what that is gonna do is it's gonna take your app, it's gonna package it all up and convert it into a static flat site for you. Now that that's done running, if I head back over to my text editor, I can see that we have all these static files here that we can just grab and upload to our server, and this website will be ready to go. So that is it for this tutorial, guys. The next video in the series is going to show you how you can have your website automatically deployed to Netlify, and that's going to work through hooking it up to your Git repo, and we'll use GitHub for that example. But again, if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, and also if you could hit that like button, it would help me a lot for YouTube's algorithm. And like always, keep coding, and I will see you all in the next video.